close. I love how like I start a live and YouTube throws me a banner like right when I'm live. I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of something. Send me an email later. Anyway, hi. There were 10 or 12 of you waiting. This is so nice. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. I am living my best life right now. I'm in Central Park and I've got this one to my left, this one to my right. I'm literally sandwiched between doggos. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Sorry. And it's a nice way to be. Anyway, you guys, Shelley Duvall. The news broke this morning. Shelley Duvall, icon, right? Shelley came up, you know, perhaps best known as Wendy Torrance in The Shining, but she was in Three Women, Robert Altman films, Three Women, and Nashville. And she was Olive Oil in Popeye with Robin Williams. Was that Robert Altman also? I forget who directed Popeye. But wow. And then she just kind of went off the radar. My sense is that she had a rough time. We'll learn more because the obits are not fully fleshed out yet. But Shelley Duvall, she came up in this, you know, there's this great book that every movie lover should read from Peter Biskind. It's called Easy Riders, Raging Bulls. And it's about Hollywood and movie making from like the late 60s, starting with Bonnie and Clyde, and how, you know, certain filmmakers, starting with like Warren Beatty, believe it or not, Peter Fonda, they were influenced by the French New Wave and they wanted to break the studio system and make more interesting, less formulaic movies, and they did. And so the, you know, the high time for that, and that gave us like Easy Riders, Raging Bull, The Shining, Jaws, everything by Robert Altman, Woody Allen, like movies that never would have been made, and gave careers to people who never would have had careers in the old Hollywood studio system. And Shelley Duvall came out of that time, and she was fabulous. Yeah, there was so much great work that came out of that period, and Shelley did it. I know that like it's very well known how difficult Stanley Kubrick was with her on the set of The Shining, but she even later said in interviews something like, you know, that performance and what she was kind of proud of that performance because of, you know, how do I want to phrase this without sounding like a dick? Kubrick got a performance out of her that she might not have delivered otherwise. Let's put it that way. I don't want to condone abusive behavior on a movie set though, because that's not right. But Kubrick was famously tough. Scatman Crothers had a horrible time with him. That scene in the kitchen with young Danny talking about The Shining, apparently Kubrick made Scatman do that like 70 times. There were like a million takes of that scene. He was just exhausted. He's like, Stanley, what do you want? Anyway, to each one's own. You sign on for it. Shelley Duvall, rest in peace, my dear. Maybe maybe tonight's movie should be a Shelley Duvall feature. Should it be The Shining? Should we do Popeye? Should we do Nashville? Three Women with Sissy Spacek, and I forget who the third woman is. Anyway, good stuff. Moving on, George Clooney. You know, the people are going to say Hollywood people should just stay in their lane. Meanwhile, you know, a game show host is the Republican nominee. So I thought Clooney's op-ed in the Times was very articulated very well. It was very well written. Yeah. And I think Clooney articulated or expressed what a lot of Democrats, like official Democrats, are feeling and are maybe afraid to articulate publicly. But if you haven't read it, go to the Times and check it out. Clooney kind of knocked that one out of the park. because it was really well written, and he ain't wrong. Not in my estimation. And let me just say, oh God, yesterday I dared. You know, I had this guy having this phone conversation over there, like, and he seems young, like almost like in late teens. Like, what are you talking about with that kind of fervor for that long? He's been at it for about 15 minutes. What was I saying? Clooney, election. Oh, I had the audacity to post on Threads yesterday. I think there's almost like a blue MAGA movement, because God damn it, if you dare to express a thought or ask a question, which is all I asked. I just asked a question that goes against the script. I said, should Biden step aside? Who do you think would be a good ticket? Think about name recognition, someone who would actually be really good at the job. Think about all the things someone people like or would like, right? Like, be pragmatic about it. And I said, it would, like, Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom would be a great ticket, although I forgot, two candidates, like a ticket can't have a prez and a vice from the same state. Like, I forgot about that. So I got some shit for that. But also the vitriol that got fired at me. And I was just like, oh, right, this is why I left Twitter, because people are such big see you next Tuesdays about anything that goes against their narrative. And how dare you? Like, I was suddenly a monster. People saying, you need to stop this. You're really like, oh my God, I just asked a question. Because it seems right now, not unlikely at all, that he's going to drop out, because he's getting pressure from people who know more about elections than we do. Number one. Number two, sentiment among the electorate is shifting. We might be at a tipping point here. So, here's the deal. If Biden stands his ground and gets stubborn about it and stays on the ticket and refuses to drop out, I am all in for the man, all right? I'm all in. But if he decides to step aside, as I think he should, I am all in for, plan B, because we have got, you guys, look at this, and spread the word on this, and make sure people are aware, because not as many people tune into the election as you or I do. We have a lot of talent on the bench. Newsom, fantastic option. Imagine him on a debate stage across from Trump. Kamala, imagine her across the debate stage from Trump. Others don't have the name recognition. Shapiro, great. Not enough people across the country who just watch news for 30 minutes a day know about him. Same with Gretchen Whitmer. God, I like her a lot. I really do. And I like the Buttigieg. I really do. Maybe he'd be good on a VP slot, in the VP slot on the ticket. I like all these people. This is my point. We've got so much really good talent on the bench. Republicans don't have that. Who would be a good Republican candidate? Like Rubio? Like if Trump for whatever reason dropped out or something, like who would it be? No one. Talk about a vacuum. We don't have a vacuum, I really don't think. Kamala and Gavin, I think, are our two best shots, personally. That's mine. Others may have their own opinion. Please put it in the comments so other people can, ruminate. But guys, stop jumping down people's throats because they're not sure. Because what we got as of the debate, what we got not 1 minute into the debate was new information that we were unaware of, okay? It's new information about our guy. And also, let me be crystal fucking clear. Joe Biden has been an amazing president. I think if he dropped out now, he will go down in history as a guy who turned Trump's bullshit around and did some amazing stuff for this country. I really do. Like, he'll get Scott, I think Galloway's right. Like, he'll get standing ovations for the rest of his life in every room he enters. And he wanted to be president, and he did it. Joe, you did it. And as he said in 2020, he's a bridge. Do you remember that quote? He said in 2020, I'm a bridge president. Like, the real future is behind me, these other people. Now's that moment, and he's not, like, come on. So, anyway. Someone's got a long thing to say here. I agree. I'll support JB if he's the nominee. Thank you. Let's see, I agree with Julie above. What did Julie say? I'm sorry, guys. I don't have my glasses, so it's really hard. Here's the thing. Joe and Kamala is the ticket. Kamala could step in. Yeah, but we shouldn't. We are covered, but we shouldn't be like. I see what you're saying, Julie, and I'm not disagreeing, but like we shouldn't be in this place where we're going like, well, we've got a good VP just in case. Like, yeah, that's good, but not good. I am not assured by Joe Biden's physical well-being right now. Anyway, I'm going to move on from this topic, but those are just my thoughts. I wanted to get that out, but I want you guys to just like talk amongst yourselves in the comments. That's great. I'm already over time. The third thing I wanted to talk about on a lighter note, I'm going to go see Fly Me to the Moon tonight, I think. I'm really excited. Maybe I'll do a double feature, Fly Me to the Moon and Daddy Longlegs! But I am so enjoying on Apple TV Plus Presumed Innocent. I think I've talked about this before. It feels familiar coming from my lips. Look at pretty girl. She's right behind me. And I got the little boy right there. Got the little boy and the baby girl. Gyllenhaal doing a great job. Bill Camp. Oh my God, Bill Camp is so good. There is stuff, the Presumed Innocent miniseries on Apple TV Plus is going places that the movie didn't have time to go to. I love Alan Pakula's movie with Harrison Ford and Raul Julia, Brian Dennehy, Greta Scacchi. Great movie. Great movie. If you've not seen the movie Presumed Innocent with Harrison Ford, it's a great adaptation of the novel and a really worthwhile film. Bonnie Bedelia is in it as well. The series, because we've got 8 episodes, can go places that a movie doesn't have time to go in, and it's great. Yeah, loving it. Gyllenhaal's doing a great job. Bill Camp, Ruth Negga. Who else is standing? I love the woman. I can't think of her name. She's the co-defense attorney. She's the associate, like the assistant defense attorney, along with Bill Camp. Young black woman. She is badass with this fucking Cleopatra hair with the bangs and the fucking blunt cut. Jesus. She's great. I can't remember where I've seen her before, but I've seen her before. African-American woman. Fabulous. I love the judge. I love the woman playing the judge. Oh my God! Oh, sorry, Smokes. But Presumed Innocent is very worthwhile television. This is where it all, I mean, it's not, this is a good time. Like the production value, the script, the editing, the camera work, all of it, the production is great. It's a good show. This is what good television should be. And I think we're lucky to be in such a time. Thank you guys for the donation. Fly Me to the Moon is one of your all-time favorite songs. It's a great song, Sinatra classic. Yes, a bridge, but Trump. Okay, and I'll say one last thing. Like, imagine Newsom. Imagine when the American voting and television watching public, imagine their reaction if they saw, you know, the vigor, experience, and fervor, and strength, and youth on stage with Trump as the alternative. And they'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'll take that Kamala Harris woman, or Gavin Newsom, and Gavin's hot. And Kamala's like a hot lady. I think she's super sexy. So, if you disagree with me, sorry / not sorry. I think Kamala Harris is like super sexy. I think, what's his name? The second husband is like a lucky dude. But Gavin, smoking. He's smoking, man. He has got that big dick energy. And he's got that young vim and vigor, and he's passionate. I've been in a room with him. I saw him speak. I was not 20 feet, 15 feet away from him. He is into this. Like, he really does give he gives a good goddamn and cares. So, yeah. We've got good talent on the bench, and I don't think it's too late. Look at what France did. Oh my God, it was just so glorious. And let's just hope this blue wave that's coming from Europe, this breeze comes across the Atlantic, right? And again, I will wrap it up with this bow. Whoever the nominee is, and I need this from everyone else too, whoever the nominee is, whether it's Joe, whether it's Kamala, whether it's Gavin, we are all in. I'm all in. That's all. All right, I love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Watch Presumed Innocent. Great television. Good legal thriller. Fabulous.